All right. It is October and a little overcast with maybe a little threat of some rain. Who knows? October means Halloween, and for October I figured I'd do another haunted attraction. But I got not a couple of stops, because the second stop would actually be the place that we're going to today. So I've got one stop before heading to the Haunted Mansion. Thanks, I really appreciate that tin can exhaust screwing up the audio. Now if it was an actually nice sounding exhaust, I wouldn't have that big of a deal with it. But for my first stop, I'm actually going to go see if I can find a decent ram mount, because it's something that I've been looking into for a little bit, and I'm kind of hoping at least one of my local shops has the fork stem insert. Because one of the challenging things with a sport bike is that there's not much space to mount an actual ram mount, so I have to look for the fork stem. So that's where I'm stopping off first, is just a local shop, see if they have any of the accessories. Even though I could call or check them out online, that doesn't give me the riding experience. And why not ride on a nice overcast day with bits of open sky? Because you got to get it in before winter sets in. Does that guy have a Star Wars helmet on? I think he had a Rebel pilot helmet on. That's hilarious. Alright, local shop number one stop. Let's see what they got. Alright, wish me luck on the ram mount. We'll see what happens.
A lot of boring math later.
Alright, well, success. Although I really didn't want to spend that much for a ram mount. But anyway, now I gotta go install it and everything, so that'll be good. Alright, so success on the ram mount. I'll head back and do the install and bring you along. I'll kind of end up doing a install video on the ram mount for the fork stem, the one that I got. Howdy. That guy did! That was the same guy that I saw earlier that had the Rebel pilot helmet, motorcycle helmet. That's hilarious! That is such an awesome, that's an awesome helmet. So I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna install the new fork stem ram mount. I'll bring you guys along for the install. And here we go. Cut away. Perfect. Now! Hey everybody, this is Utah Hornet, and today we're going to be installing a ram mount into the fork stem of the bike. So stay with me and we'll go through the install process. So everything that comes with comes in the box is what you'll need. Obviously you get the actual ram mount with the double ball hinge, the mounting plate. This is the fork stem rubber, so you'll be cutting this off, inserting this section or whatever section you need into the fork stem. This is the nut holder that comes with all your pieces. and then just everything else. Looks like you got some glue to glue this to the bottom end of the rubber piece. So it also comes with instructions. I'm going to be following these, and then just some information cards that kind of come along with it. So following this, we'll basically just kind of follow the instructions. Here it says to insert it and do a top cut. So got my knife, we'll just kind of go over here. So take the insert section, we'll place that in there, and we shall mark it. I'll just spin this around so I got a nice mark on there. Looks like it's not really going to go down all that far. So looks like that's my cut. May not be the prettiest thing, but now I've already sized these. You can actually take these and match it up with the stem size. I will be using the smallest one there, and I think I'll go ahead and just make a small cut on the bottom here just to expose that, so that bites into some fresh rubber there. Go. Next steps. All right, here's your nut. This is going to go not in there, but in this bottom piece. So we'll just go ahead and slide that in there. Washer on there. Put that on there. Put that in there. Looks like I may have to cut just a little bit more. Whoa. So what this does is this section, you'll mount down your fork stem, and as you tighten the screw down, this expands and holds it into the fork stem. So let's try the sizing again. That there. Washer on. Main piece. Looks like we got. Alright. I think we got it. I think we got all of our pieces, and I'll just need to grab an Allen wrench. Alright, so now we're ready to kind of install this. I've already got a little bit of it started already, just to kind of bite into the nut. Go ahead and drop that down in there. So basically, after you put the plug in there, you make sure that your mount is flush with your stem, and just tighten it down. And what that does is it compresses the rubber, so that way it holds on there. I mean, you may have just a tiny bit of play. You can always tighten that up with your Allen wrench. Put that in there, tighten it down just a little bit more. But just make sure that it's not going to pull out of the fork stem. Now that you got that all set up, now that you've got the main mounting bracket, you can take your ram mount, slide that on there. Make sure you kind of find where you want, how you want it to mount on, and just tighten down the double ball joint to your specifications. And basically, when you're done, now that you have your mount on there, you can add your phone and you're good to go. So, thanks for joining me on this install. catch you guys later.